What the heck was that? Something blew over. Wait, oh, I see that sign. It was my 10,000 sign. And I figured it would probably blow over. That's the way it goes. That's what I get for not doing it right. How about that? Okay, so what I got here is I have not carved a full body owl in quite a while. And I have some reference pictures there to look at that I carved myself out of, you know, somewhat out of pictures and stuff. So I'll have some stuff to look at. So that'll be kind of nice. But I wonder what I did with my headphones. So I've been over here burning some stuff, painting some stuff, a little bit of stuff and stuff and stuff. And the stuff, you know, the stuff was against the stuff. And sometimes that's just the way life is. Can't always get the stuff to work with the stuff. But as long as it don't think it's hot stuff, it should be humble stuff. You know what I mean? All right, let's see what we got. Man, we got a heck of a group here. Heck yeah, Michael S., Dad Carves, New Beginnings Woodworks. What's going on, guys? Glad to see you in there. Okay, I'm going to make an owl out of this little piece of post. And I haven't fired this one up yet. I had the non-still running. Uh-oh, what the heck? The top popping off of it. Man, I screwed up somewhere, right? I had to have that off for that to happen. Yeah, okay, maybe. See if I can't get that back on. I don't remember taking it off, though. I used it the other day, and I'll tell you, it's just, you know, life, you know, kind of dumb. Okay, let's see how it goes. Try this again, but not at home. Don't try this at home. Seems like it's y'all doing pretty good. It's like butter. What do you think, boss lady? I'll leave you alone. I know you had a hard day at work. I'll tell you guys straight up, I haven't made one of these in a while, so not a full body piece, so I don't know how it's going to come out. Got a big old gonzo nose right now, doesn't he? How you have that? about it. That fast. He already looks like a penguin carving. No. Who we got? We got Belinda S. John. Mark tries to carve. Urban Makings. Amy. Joe. John again. Mark. And I know Michael was in there. Let's see. I can't see who that is. Dad Carves. Heck yeah. Glad to see y'all. Be sure to smash the like button. Keep on keeping on. In case you're wondering, this is Barbara, the owl. Pretty nice owl. Figure out how to do this and you guys can be able to see it. It's the way it goes sometimes. Looks like an owl now. I mean, in between an owl and a duck, something like that, something along that lines. Anyway, be sure to hit the like button. We got 9 and 51 people watching, 10 and 51. Boy, I'll tell you, if everybody just smashed that like at once, it would jump way up there. Boy, we'd sure appreciate it too. All right, 11:48. Okay, we'll take it. Heck yeah. Hey, Ray, what's going on? Hey, Donald, what do you know, man? Heck yeah, glad to see you in there. Old Path, what do you know? Heck yeah. Okay, I'll keep rocking. I don't know if you guys seen the short that Amy Joe put out, but it was a natural progression of things. It was a Ford truck and like like mid-teens Ford truck pulling a Chevy, mid-teens on a trailer. Go figure. That's just the way things are. The Fords always seem to have to do the hard work, and then the Chevys, they might look okay, sound good, but in the end, it always takes a Ford to clean the mess up. All right, let's keep rolling. Heck yeah, going pretty good so far. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already, especially if you like Barbara the Owl. She's having fun coming out of the wood, looks like it. I'm debating on whether to give her any toes or not. I think I'm going to do it. Just two, one in the back. All right, Barbara, it's looking okay. Not too good, not too bad. Somewhere in the middle. Be sure to smash that like button if you haven't already. Let's see what we got. John, Dad Cars, Creation Dust 777, quite possibly the best chainsaw carver in the world. Ray and Sandy's Woodworking, Dad again, and John. Heck yeah, glad to see you guys. All right, let's give him a tail. Have you ever seen a tail? Oh, twirly whirly tail. So I think I'm onto the back. I can clean this chest up a little bit. And I'll feather it all at the same think I give him some wing detail. I don't know. I just pull out a picture. I got a picture of an owl over here. And we'll study the picture. This picture was made by one Pablo de Bear. And Pablo de Bear left us some kind of image that we could look at in order to continue to make this bear. So thank you, Pablo de Bear. And we'll look at the owl image and kind of put some wing detail on this guy. I know it's got plenty of oil. I'll have to make fuel after today. It's getting pretty low. But I got a lot of finish work in the works. In fact, I spent the last 45 minutes. Uh-oh, what do we got there? Somebody did something. Let's see what we got. Heck, 5 months EW. That's awesome, man. Heck yeah, what a wonderful gift there, buddy. We sure appreciate that. Heck yeah. Hey, Matthew, what's going on? The Electric Whittler, Night Owl, Dad Carves, Ray and Sandy's Workshop. Glad to see you guys in there. All right, let's put some fuel in this baby. Let's see if we can't feather detail this dude. Yeah, that's pretty cool that you guys can do that. That's really awesome. I wondered what that was. All right, there we go. And I'll tell you what it did. It jumped up like the, you look at your YouTube, what you take in every month. And usually it takes about 2 months to get to where, at least so far, I've only been monetized since October. But it usually takes about 2 months to get enough for them to send you anything at all. And shoot, it's been going this week. It's been going like or this month has been going like 2 weeks, and so I'll take it. You guys are all right. Helps me keep YouTubing. How about that? All right, let's keep on going. Be sure to smash that like if you hadn't already. We got up to 25 so far. EW, heck yeah, I see Creation Dust 777 and Matthew. That's who I can see on her right now. Okay. Our old buddy Dylan out. Dylan, be sure to catch Dylan's live today with Dylan and Professor Rusty. Will be interviewing a mystery guest. And we all probably have our own guesses on who the mystery guest could be. After all, there's all kinds of us. But that said, be sure to tune in and watch. And hopefully President Trump or Elon Musk won't call in again. I don't know why them guys, they're too busy to be calling in to some guys about carvers and woodworkers and stuff. They should focus on the task at hand. After all, they're very busy people. Anyway, that's what I got. what, the combination of a really sharp chain and a pretty soft piece of wood. Man, I'm having fun with this one. Smoking pretty good, but it's running great. For those of y'all that was not in here on Tuesday, what I did was, like, I don't 12 minutes before I was supposed to live stream, I realized, hey, I never filled my saw up. So I took both the caps off, grabbed the bottle of bar oil, and poured it right in the fuel. And I realized it right away. I'm like, ah! So I took it over and started dumping it in my sawdust and dumped it out as best I can and filled it up with fuel. And then we ran it. It ran fine. It smoked like a diesel truck. But you could notice it was getting worse as the fuel got lower. So I filled it back up again. It ran fine. And so today I'm on my second tank for the day. And it's doing good. It didn't hurt a thing. Okay. So they got fluffy feathers. And then there's an undercoating feather. I'm gonna give him some. I'll go ahead and do the wings, and like this would be kind of a little bit of a wing, a little bit of a covering of the wing, the pocket. too bad, not too good. Somewhere in the middle. Yeah, so I'm happy with the wings. You know, I'm no Bear Casso. You know what I'm saying? Let's see who we got here real quick. Mark tries the carve. Matthew, Ray and Sandy's woodworking. Creation does 777. Hey, Night Owl, the artist formerly known as Aiden Fletcher. Yeah, be sure to hit the like button. I appreciate that if y'all would. And we'll see how this goes. Okay. very good, but it came out pretty good. I'm very happy with that. Turn this baby around a little bit. All right. That's what we got so far. We could just leave him plain on that side and, you know, call him a detailless owl. I don't know. Let's see what we got so far, though. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. All right. Hey, Cat, what's going on? Heck yeah, appreciate that. Electric Whittler, Creation does 777. Yeah, it's kind of like that here, too. It's kind of dreary. Well, it's dreary. And rained and all that stuff. And I think that's just getting over to y'all. I'm gonna give this guy plastic eyes, so I'll give him a little bit of some lines on this feather going up here. Really, they're not very noticeable down here, and actually, I'm probably better off to do it the flat disc. But I think that's really all salt work for that dude. I can burn him up a little bit just to make it easier, I think. Yeah. Put some fire to him a little bit. Not looking too bad though. And I didn't have any full-size owls like this. None. I mean, we've sold them all. We haven't had any problem selling them. And actually, we sold 2 cardinals today in the place that we're leaving. If that makes any sense. We're moving out of that place and going to another place because we think this other place will be better. And I mean, I'm pretty positive it's going to be because it's a pretty busy vacation or little outlet mall place. And it's right at the north end of the Hocking Hills region. And so we're really looking forward to seeing how that goes. Might not go good, you never know. I'm not going to try to overstate it, I know that. Burn that. It just seems like they sand better if you can burn them first. Especially this crap. Whatever this wood is. I'm sure it's some kind of evergreen. Shut the valves off. Yeah, I didn't shut the valve off on the last propane tank I had in here, and a little tank, and the handle control valve must leak or something. I don't know, because I just know it leaked out. And I've been wanting to try MAP gas this thing because I thought, man, it burns hotter. I thought I'd seen somebody using MAP gas on a switch type propane torch, and man, I need to try that, see how that goes. So let me get a mask on and take a drink of my coffee. There we go. Man, it's been a long day. I think I'm gonna flex shaft carve and what time we got here? It's 5:22. Got half a million to do it today. Yeah, at the point in time. Go in there and flex shaft carve a little owl, like a hand-sized piece. Smaller than the one that I sent to Electric Whittler. He won it. So small. I'd like to do one smaller than that. Take a shot at it. Let's start at the task at hand, right? give this guy some eyes, and then we'll pull out a burr and go with the burrs and the bees and the cigarette trees on the Big Rock Candy Mountain. All right. Da-da-da-da-da! Giving me a chance to breathe. Let's see. 9/16. I don't know. I think I put big eyes in this guy. Yeah, they got big eyes. So why not put big eyes in it, right? Let's see. 3/4. There it is. Give him some eyeballs. We'll put some big old yellow eyes in him. And we'll come. Something like that, right? Hey, Lori Keller, what's going on? Glad to see you. Hey, Better Mountain Chainsaw Carving, glad to see you. Gen 1, MP, how you doing, man? Yeah, they're pretty, grinder's pretty dangerous, I'll give you that. Depends on what you're doing with it. And, you know, it makes dust that you can breathe in that's hard on you. And, you know, that stuff, I guess there's all kinds of different things that can be said about it. How's that look? Yeah, that'll work. Am I sure? Yep, I'm sure. I was trying to scratch my back here a couple weeks ago, and I pulled something in my left arm. And I'll tell you what, I was hoping it would get better. It's not getting better. It's not getting worse, but it's not getting better. And that sucks because I won't stop. I mean, I'm a common idiot, and I gotta keep going. So I pulled something in my right arm. I'm pretty sure I ripped part of my rotator cuff. This was 3 years ago, and it was so bad. I mean, I was excruciating pain. I couldn't pick my, anytime I tried to pick my arm up toward, it couldn't get any higher than about shoulder height without me being just in all kinds of pain. And I don't know why, I'm just ignorant, you know, I put up with it. And I thought, you know, heck, I don't need it. Well, in about 6 months, it just hit me one day. I'm like, man, I don't feel as bad as it used to. It got better. And I mean, literally. So when I go like this with this arm, this was all the higher it would go. If I wanted it to go higher, I had to take this arm and pick it up. It would not go past here on its own. I couldn't do anything with it to take it over my head. Well, it held on its own, I guess, whatever happened. It was bad, and it was bad for about 6 months, and then I just noticed it just didn't hurt as bad. And then I've got full range of motion with it now. What I noticed all of last year was, even though it was working fine, it made a popping noise all the time. You lift it up, it would pop. And finally, that's went away. I suppose it just ground out what was in the way. And anyhow, it's just what's called being stupid. That's life. I'm trying to stand up a ladder stand, a 24-foot ladder stand, all by myself, and ironically, I got it. get out a pointy burr and give this guy some nose holes. I got a lot of stuff, other stuff going on. I got cardinals that need sanded and the mask painted on them and eyes put on them. I just been working on different stuff as I had time. Yeah, that's all right. It ain't too bad. And I'm gonna burn him to color him. That's gonna be what he's gonna get. But I had a bunch of these back when we did the Backwoods Fest, and between that and that craft fair we did in November, we just sold completely out of them. And then I had some little ones that were like, I call them partial owls, and kind of like owls in a nook. They weren't full owls, and we've sold quite a few of them. I think I got 2 of those left, and that's it. And so I need to make some owls. And I don't think that this is going to be the end of my owl production here in the short term. Okay, where's the fire at? Here it is. Let's color this dude and be happy with him. I think it looks pretty good though. It come up pretty good, not too bad. Hey, 36 likes, we'll take that. Haven't been on here that long, and we know views are down. Just people are getting outside, and you can't blame them. I can't blame them a bit. It's been nice. It's not nice today, so I don't know what they're doing, but holding on to hope, maybe. It's definitely dreary and not the best of days today. But it's kind of been like that from what I've been seeing all across the board in the carving and woodworking community. Is that people are getting out and they're enjoying the weather when it's decent. So we're not, if you're live stream, we're not seeing as much views. And it'll probably be better after dark. The time change, all that stuff, people get adjusted, and just living. And you have to do that, have to live. It's pretty good in the winter. But we're still going to live stream. How about that? I'll take 5,000 or 6,000 views. That's good. It's better than 100, any day. And it takes time to develop that, but the biggest thing is consistency, hands down. With YouTube, with the YouTube algorithm, the biggest thing is consistency. This guy will burn in. It's funny because some aspects of it will burn faster than others. Oh, you know what? I did not do anything to the horn feathers, and I did not do anything to the feet. So I need to fix that. I'll keep burning here for a minute, just to do something different. But he's just going to be burned and clear coated, and that's just that. Backside don't want to burn as good. I'll show you guys the whole bird when I get done. I got to go back through and do those two things with the pointy bird. Put some lines in the feet and the toes, and you know, kind of give it skin, and put some lines on the feathers, the horn feathers. I mean, not that it looks bad the way it is. It just could look better, you know, without a doubt. And I haven't really studied owls. I've looked at a lot of chainsaw carved owls, but you'd think a guy would take the time to look at some actual owls if he's going to carve them, and I should. And of course, you could do a lot more detail. Okay, let me do this other work I was talking about real quick. Whew. Pointy bird. Pointy bird. Yeah, I looked at it too, and I had thought about it, and for whatever reason, it didn't click with me that I needed to do that stuff. But yeah, that's what happens when you're done, you know? The nice thing about this piece, and these posts, most of them are pretty dry, and you could put the eyes in that thing, glue them in, clear coat that thing a couple hours from now, and sell it tomorrow. And it'd be good. Mask. I'm looking for my mask. I'll put it back in the bag. Try to keep it clean as long as I can. And I'll probably try to keep it in the bag as much as I can, because the bugs, once the bugs get going pretty good, you just never know. Bug ends up in their mask. You know, ant ends up in there, and then he bites you on the tip of the nose, and you're going around looking like Rudolph with a big old red dot, you know. Look at that. Burn it, burn the toes, burn the head. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad, not too good. Somewhere in the middle. if I can't clean some of that overburn around the toes off. Actually, this one here could use a little more burning period, couldn't it? Shut this off. I don't think I'm going to need it again, unless I get over carried away a little bit. But you know, not too bad. And I don't think I have, I think I'm out of glue. I'd probably put the eyes in. Not too bad. Not too bad, not too good. Yeah, I sure wonder if I do got some glue in there, but I don't think I do. I think I'm out. Because I had that big bottle that I used on this bear, and I did get him the bathtub bear, the first one. We're keeping this one so I didn't get too carried away with him. But anyway, I just kind of said to heck with it. I'll leave him alone to go with the mistakes he had. But anyway, that's what he looks like. He's pretty happy over there, chilling out, taking a bath, you know. So I'm gonna burn him a little bit more, get him a little darker, and then clear coat him and clean the mouth up a little bit and just be happy with it. And because we're gonna keep that one anyway. But that's what we know. Let's see. Was singing Mercedes-Benz. Hey, Timothy Adams, appreciate that, man. Hey, Donald, what do you think? You like that in the bathtub? Heck yeah. Yeah, there you go, Rhinestone Suzanne. Burn, 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 right? Yeah, Lori, I got another one over here. And I used the wrong glue. And I didn't ask Woody enough questions before I jumped in, which is pretty normal for me. But anyhow, this guy, he just needs some eyeballs. And he would be done, really. And I can't help but wonder, it sure be nice to just be done. But I can't help but wonder if maybe I got some in there and I'm mistaken. And because I definitely got gold eyes. I'll show you what that would look like. I guess I can take the screw out. I'm not gonna get in too big a hurry. Let's see if I can't put these in yet first. So, yeah, I put these plastic eyeballs in there. And I can see for miles. All right, hey, I'll be back in a second. I'm going to go check and see if I got some glue. Hey, Matt, what's going on? Glad to see you in there. Heck yeah, Matt Carves. Check him out. Okay, I've done dumber stuff. I'm going to use some PVC glue. I mean, I don't know what else I'm going to do with the PVC glue. I got it just in case, I had to do some plumbing pieces a while back. That's probably been year or two ago. But I'm sure it'll work for this. Okay, start that. Why not? And y'all gotta laugh. Say, man, that guy's a hillbilly. Not really. And then that driver cushioned in the old hoodie. There he is, barber. Looks good. Yellow eyes, all it needs is a pair of glasses. Things would be great. Be able to see for miles and miles. And yeah, they're not gonna come out with that the PVC PVC glue. You know what? The heck with it. I'm gonna leave it out here in the shanty, and I'll use it for plastic eyes. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not doing a lot of plastic eyes. Well, yeah, I guess I am. I'm lying to you. Yeah, I am doing a lot of plastic eyes because I got all them cardinals over there to get plastic eyes that I hope to get them done tomorrow. But anyway, hey, it's got eyes, you know? I mean, not too bad, not too good. Got a cute little guy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about, Amy Jo. I just hope for the best for you, okay? Ain't got a good answer for that one. Just hopefully Bubba gets the mail, you know what I mean? That's all I can say. Wrong way, dummy. Set him up there on a flat spot. Anyway, that's our owl. And we know Dylan's going to be, Dylan and Professor Rusty got mystery guest. I just hope no jerks call in, you know what I mean? We don't need to hear none of that stuff. Ain't nobody cares what Elon and Trump are doing on their personal time. You know, I mean, nobody wants to hear that. So just hopefully whoever's on there is clean. You know, there's no politics, nothing like that. You know, people are watching this stuff to unwind. They don't want to hear about about how the government's been putting it to them, and now they got proof of it. I mean, we knew that was going on. We've known all these things. It's no secret. But now you find out, hey, it was really going on. Told you. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Hey, Roy in there? Heck, oh yeah. No, I ain't seen it. I don't see it. Yeah, I can see other people, but I don't see it yet. But anyhow, that's what we got. Knocked out a cute little owl. Show you the roundabout of this guy. He's okay. Somebody will buy him. That's all that matters, right? As long as you ain't trying to get rich. Hey, Last Breath Woodworks, awesome member of the channel. Glad to see you on there. You got that right. The conspiracy theorist. So I think I'm gonna, and of course I ain't asking y'all to hang out, but I'm gonna leave this on. Conspiracy realist. There you go. That's more accurate. Anyway, what have we got here? Buffered back now though. Okay. Yeah, it come out all right. Donald, not too bad, not too good. Somewhere like that. Somebody will buy it. Anyway, I think I'm going to work on some of this other stuff, and I don't blame you guys if you don't stick around. I have to be here, if that makes any sense. This guy's done. He's going to end up clear-coated, and that's that. I've got all this stuff over here that I'm trying to get knocked out, especially the cardinals, because right now I've only got one done cardinal. And that's it. So I want to get those done. And the only thing I can do to them today is sand them and then take them, set them up on the table in the garage there. And Boss Lady probably paint their masks on tomorrow, I'd say. And same with the bear. Sand that dude down, burn the log. And I think I'm going to work on that stuff. Work on that and this Morel. But I'm going to start with this hanging piece of Morel and go from there. And so let me change some things around. And if y'all don't hang out, I don't blame you. It's fine. Set this guy over here, but I'm going to leave it on. No, I'd rather he be over here, actually. In the kind of sort of done pile. There we go. Take this thing out. Get my mask on and sand all that paint off that hanging Morel piece. At least I think. Take that. Knock some dust off of it. That looks that's pretty good, yeah. So pretty much this piece, all I gotta do is sand all the black down. That's it. And I might darken the Morel with fire a little bit. Not really sure. Once I get the paint cleaned off, it might not hurt to do that. But I might like it just like it is too. We're gonna find out. Okay, mask out of the bag. We still got an hour till Rusty comes on. Or yeah, Dylan. We still got an hour before Dylan and Rusty come on. And so I might as well keep working. If you guys want to watch, you can watch. If you don't want to watch, I wouldn't watch me. I'm annoying. Hey. Heck yeah. Let me get the mask on and sand. think that looks pretty good. Yeah, I like it. So, and that's all that matters, is what I think. Okay. I think that the edges, I was just thinking about giving them some color so that the stem stands out more. Stay away from the stem. Give the rest of it some color. Set this out on the ground. And then unlock this. Yeah, there we go. But I think that'd be a pretty good move to kind of darken the maybe. I'll be able to. I don't know what it is about this. No, it's not open. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Darken that a little bit. And you could probably make the mushroom come out even more. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think that looks nice. I mean, the worst thing that happens is somebody say, that's horrible. I say, all right, don't buy it. Pretty simple. Give you $10 for it. Get out of here before I hit you with it. How about that? I think this thing would swing all right. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna have to hit that with the disc. It got there was a little paint down in there, I guess, and it was enough of it to jack it up. How about that? And I'm not even gonna put the mask on. I'm just gonna knock that off. Go back to burning. Hey, Grumpy. I don't know if you was in there already or not. This kind of stuff, though, like Morel's, I mean, that's real. If there's such thing as Appalachian art, that's it. People in the Appalachians mountain range usually at least know what this is, even if they don't hunt them or like them themselves. I think I'm happy with that. Anyway, that's that. Clear coated. Be done with it. So over here with my owl. And then I got my bear that needs a lot of sanding done. So I might as well work on him. We got. I know I need to change the disc out. 604. I need to change the disc, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good. Is that thing still working? Shouldn't be. Well, it was. How about that? Let's see if I don't want to get too carried away. I'm gonna have to lock him down. All right, let's see what we got here. We got, hey, Possum, what's going on, bud? Heck yeah. You got a video on there? Can't wait to see it. Oh yeah, about the new challenge. Heck yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, I do too, Roy. I like fishing stuff, man. That's pretty cool stuff. And I thought about getting into that one, making a lure. I haven't got into any yet, and it's just, I don't know. It's kind of a weird time thing for me. I guess. Don't get me wrong. I'm trying to be a I don't know, a side hustle chainsaw carver. And so I focus more on stuff that's going to make me money, right? That makes sense, doesn't it? And so it makes the challenges not as appealing to me. And because that's not something usually it's not something I would be selling. I could be, and I could be wrong. Heck, I might come to find out that if I get in the who can make the most functional widget Bojangle competition, you know, and or you know challenge, and then I turn around and sell it, and I might come find out that thing's worth $500,000 now. That's in the dreamland, and no, I don't abuse drugs, so up front, I'm not going to even try to think that I'm going to pull something like that off. I need to put a new wheel on there. Big hit. I was looking for the trash can. I don't know where I put it. I think it's over behind the curtain. I think. But I can get this thing. So I guess, you know, what I'm getting at is I get more focused on stuff I'm going to sell. And the flex shaft stuff, that's fun. That's what I'm doing for fun. I'm doing this stuff because I'm going to sell it. If I'm making stuff in the flex shaft, then you know, it's for the giveaways and for me. How about that? Because I got enough chainsaw carvings of my own. I don't need any more. We're adding. We just added the one that Creation Dust made us. I just finished that one, and then this guy over here in the barrel, you know, that fat bear taking a bath, you know. So I'm adding 2 of them this year. I don't think we need any more. I wish that black chicken was a chainsaw carving instead of a real chicken. How about that? Ruh-roh. Where's the wire coming down? Yeah, it kind of feels like it. Well, after all that, I gotta fix this one and put a new wheel on my other one. So, which I got them. I got a bunch of them. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Hey, West Country Mudlarks, glad to see you in there, buddy. Twiggy, I didn't see you, but I see they're saying hi to you. Heck yeah! So Creation Dust, have you said what you're gonna do Saturday? Because I know you said you were done with not gonna do any more lives on that bear. And anyway, if you know, share that. Let everybody know. That'd be interesting to know what we're looking forward to for Saturday. Be curious to know. Okay, and make sure that this one's working and it's not that the electric is out. No, there's a light on in the garage, so I know the electric is on. Let's find out. Okay, yeah. One, it's the wire must come loose and it repaired the plug. Let's see what we got here. Did he say? No. Oh, yeah. Hey, not sure what's next. Any suggestions? Yeah, Bigfoot. Heck yeah. Make a Bigfoot. Okay, I'm going to keep on going. Well, I'll tell you what. If you don't want to make a Bigfoot, Josh, how about make Mr. T? You know, I pity the fool. Make Mr. T. That'd be cool.
if you were gonna make Mr. T though, I mean, it'd have to be all out. It'd have to be like the gold chains. It'd have to have all that. Oh, the M60. And Mr. T holding the M60 in one arm. I think more people would want to see Bigfoot though. Try to get the bottom part of it. I can't hold it. I'm just trying to get the overspray on. Heck, I just thought of that. Casey, she might not even know who Mr. T is. I mean, that's like, that's us old folks. You know what I mean? And even us, some of us old folks don't know who Mr. T is. But I remember. And I remember I had the G.I. Joe, William the Refrigerator Perry. He had a football. He had a steel football on a chain and a wand. He'd swap it around. He'd hit people with it. Anyway, that's kind of neat. fine. Somebody will buy it. Okay. Unplug that and burn that a little bit. Burn the tree.
Leave the ears like they are. I want the ears and the mouth to be that bright. By the time I clear coat them, it'll darken them some. But I'm gonna burn the tree a good bit. Actually, darken it up. Is about on? Nope. I've been good about off and on, turning the thing off and on. What do we got? We got 48 likes. I wonder if we could get 50. Get 50, and then we'll get out of here. How about that? It's getting harder to it. Let's see, especially. Oh yeah, just reading this. Yeah. Let's see. Heck yeah. Okay, and heck yeah, and double heck yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, 2 more likes. If we could just get 2 more likes. Surely there's 2 people in there that haven't hit the like. But they might not know how. You know, don't be judging, right? Okay. Yeah, I think that looks like what I'm after. I need to make some more of these because I think this is the 6th one of these I've made, and every one we put out to sell sold pretty quick. In fact, one couple, the Norwegians, they bought 2 of them. They wanted one going the other way so that they'd match, and they put them in their bedroom, over their bed. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, you gotta think of something. You gotta really like something a lot to put it in your bedroom. So that's a pretty cool compliment, you know. And they bought a lot of stuff off of it. Burn my thumb. Uh-oh, that ain't no good. Look at that. I'm gonna touch that up. Caught on fire. There was some, apparently there was some dust in there. And then I put the fire out. Put it out with black paint. Kapow! Shazam! Hey, some part of the brain works right. That don't happen that much, Grandpa. Okay. Yeah, hey, missed a spot. How about that? Don't get too carried away. I'll have to clean spray up all over again, right? Flip that over here. And be happy with that, dude. He's just got to have some eyeballs put in him, and yeah, I think so. Not too bad, not too good. Somewhere in the middle. Super cute. I know that much. Super cute, super not cute. Something like that. Do I have any big brown eyes? I do. I might just go ahead and get it done. Yes, I do. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything else with him, so I might as well do the eyes. Lock it down a little bit. We'll go back to the PVC glue, right? uh, what I don't know how well it'll bond to the wood. I wouldn't think it'd be an issue, but I know it'll bond good to the plastic eye. How about that? I mean, I don't even know if I need it, honestly, because you guys see I have to feed them in. What the heck? Come on, get it lined up right. Or don't get it up right. Don't get it lined up right. There we go. That's in there now. Yeah, looks good. I'm gonna blow him off with the what's called, just in case I got any other pockets that have too much sawdust in them. And if not, I'll be able to clear coat him. I'll be able to throw him in that pile of stuff that's ready to go. Then there's 3 other pieces over there that's done. But you never know. I'm happy. And that's all that matters. Right? See, even the boss lady agrees. I'm happy, and that's all that matters. If she only knew what she agreed to. Okay, anyway. That's that guy. He's ready. I need to make another one of these. These things sell good. Super cute. Alright, that's all I got. I'm going to leave y'all alone. And I'll catch y'all on DeLand's and Rusty's interview with the mystery guest. Heck yeah, mystery guest. Everybody likes mysteries. You know, I don't really care. Hey, I hit the wrong button. But anyway, hey, baby kisses. What's going on? Glad to see you. And didn't catch you earlier, so be sure to watch it. The interview there with DeLand and Rusty and our mystery guest. And yeah, Susie, you got it right. Later. Hey, John. Hey, Raja, what's going on, man? I've been commenting on your lives here lately. Glad to see you on there. Pretty impressive how you work that. Oh, what the heck do you call that thing? We got Joe's got them. The different people on here has got them. The lathe. How you work your lathe? That's pretty neat. How you make that? You make those round pieces with that. It's awesome work. So hey, glad to see you in there, Raja. All right, hey, y'all have a good time. We'll catch y'all tonight. Remember, you'll see Creation Dust sometime Saturday, 2 or 3:30 or something like that. And we'll be back Sunday morning. That's what I got. Come back when you can stay later. Maybe I can't get it to work. That's because my finger was on the other part. Hey, what do we got? Oh, yeah, Michael, he's throwing them out there. There we go. Come back when you can stay later, you schmucks.